need this news to spread, we go and we tell say I have titled my presentation Marketplace Mastery for the Career Professional. So this is not a motivational talk. It's more of a session where I want to where we're going to talk about what does the marketplace really value when it comes to employees, when it comes to workers. So the question we're answering today is, are you a luxury or are you a commodity? Are you the type of person who will be sought after by companies? In as much as we're saying that there's high unemployment rates in Zimbabwe, you will be surprised that there are people who are actually being headhunted and being sought after by companies in this environment of high unemployment. So how do you make yourself one of those people? You are a currency, and currencies are valued in two ways: what they're made of and whether people can trust them. I don't think in Zimbabwe we need to explain this a lot. We understand that what makes a currency is what it's made of and whether people can trust it to use it, right? We see that every time there's maybe an introduction of, even when the Zig was introduced, people were skeptical, people were like, I don't know. And the uptake would be like a bit slow, and that's because of trust, right? And so even for you as a professional, what are you made of and can you be trusted? Okay, so we'll be talking about the relevance gap. Zimbabwe produces thousands of academically rigorous graduates every year, yet there's a stark disconnect between theoretical knowledge and practical tools that the marketplace actually rewards. And so what do we mean by this? I was reading an article and it was saying that Zimbabwe produces over 30,000 graduates a year, with UZ having 6,000 and the rest being distributed across other institutions. So imagine, I'm not saying this so that you feel discouraged, but imagine on your graduation day, standing there, and you are one of 30,000 people that are entering the marketplace wanting to apply for a job, right? So you can already imagine the competition that is there. So there are three traps that you can find yourself in. There's academic stagnation. Sorry. There's academic stagnation where a degree is your base currency. So without social capital and reputation, it can't be exchanged for high impact opportunity. That's number one. Number two, there's the title trap, where leadership gets mistaken for a job title and not a way of thinking, leading to passive performance in your early career. And number three, there's economic fragility. Without an honest audit of your assets, your skills, you stay vulnerable to market shifts instead of becoming recession-proof. So we're going to go deeper into these three. So academic stagnation is where you get a degree and you feel like you've made it. You get stuck at that place and it will be hard for you to advance. The title trap is whereby you think that leadership comes when you get a certain leadership title, whereas leadership is a mindset. And even as an entry-level employee or a team lead, before you even become a manager, before you even enter the C-suite, you can be a leader because it's a mindset. And then economic fragility. This is whereby you don't take stock of who you are as a person. So, for example, for those that are married, you know that when you get your money, you sit down, you plan, you budget. This is what we're going to do. We have projects. This is how we're going to increase our income, and so forth. You make plans for all that. So why aren't you doing the same for your career as a person? You sit down, have an honest audit of what it is that you can offer, how you can improve that, and how you can become unique. So we enter the workforce as commodities, waiting for instructions, instead of being indispensable assets who solve problems with intentionality. And that is where the gap exists. So we are going to go into how we can bridge this gap. Okay, so let's get into it. You are not an employee, you are a currency. Currencies are valued two ways: what they're made of and whether you can be trusted. So, what are you made of? Your skills. What skills do you possess? And then, number two, whether you can be trusted. Your reputation. Imagine having all the right skills, but then you just have a bad reputation. Or having a good reputation somehow, but without the right skills. So you can imagine the sorts of situations you might find yourself in. You have skills but a bad reputation. You are probably the best qualified for a position, but just because of who you are and the name that you have made for yourself, they'll pass you and take someone else, right? Or you have a good reputation, but you don't have the necessary skills. So you find yourself in positions and you're not able to perform in the way that you're expected to perform, right? So